Justin Homie. Justin Homie.
Is this him?
Yeah. Oh, it's only 1 ETH. Might have to cop 10 of them. This one's 0.05 ETH right here. Okay. All right. Well, all right. How much did he donate?
15.
All right. One thing I really don't like is when people do handwriting fonts or handwriting, but you can tell that it was done digitally. The way to do it is to do it on a piece of paper with marker or with spray paint against the wall, and then photograph it and mat it out so that it's on transparency. But this, like you can tell, it's just you can visualize a Wacom tablet, someone adjusting the brush sensitivity in Photoshop. That's one that you can do. That's one you can do right now that doesn't require any additional skill building or practice. You can actually just go get a Sharpie or a fat tip marker, spray can, etc., and bring this into your practice right now. Make your stuff look 10 times better. Because this like pseudo handwriting, just it looks really shitty. It looks terrible. Another thing, it's tempting to throw all this glitch stuff on, especially when it's, a preset, like it's someone else's video hive thing. The problem is come on, you fucker. You'll eventually come across somebody who is also an amateur editor, amateur graphics person who has seen these same presets. Like, this is just a pack that you buy or download for free. It doesn't require any we'll use this in edits to save time, but this is not like an artful thing. You don't want to use that in something that you'd call art. The composition is okay. You got this sort of crammed. I see it's Mondo Megabits right here. You've crammed all this text in here. I kind of like the busyness of it. That's okay. That's pretty cool. And the aspect ratio too. You've got these 4-5 things in the same aspect ratio. That's kind of neat looking. I think another thing is white text on black. It never looks. It looks like cum.
Yeah.
Like when people do, and especially if people do like on a T-shirt, like they'll do like drippy white text, like a metal logos.
Yeah.
That's why the T-shirt that we did, that's a metal logo. We did the red ink on it, but a lot of the times you do something like this and it looks like fucking you tried to Photoshop a cum shot or something. Like it's just not a good look. So pick yellow or do some different colors next time. And then I would also say that like when you're doing technical stuff, like up here, this sort of circuit board type thing, you want to be neater with your line work, because it doesn't look good when there's this line that's when it's not rectangular and precise. It's good that it's hand drawn and not an Illustrator or vector thing, but it's just not neat enough. I think you got to get better at drawing. Like this watch right here, get better at drawing. That's another one. It's like drawing with pen and paper is like the equivalent of being able to play keys and like read music.
Yeah.
Like if you're almost any type of musician, that's always an asset to have. Doesn't mean that everything you do is going to have piano, keyboard, and reading music notes, but it's just like a good thing to be able to do that you can build off of and do other things artistically with it. It's the same. At least that's my guess. I've never made music. That's my guess. I could be wrong about that, but
no, that's accurate.
When it comes to visual art, drawing it underlies so much stuff that you should, even if you have no aspiration to draw shit. I mean, this guy does, but even if you're just doing graphic design, you should know how to draw. You should be good at drawing. You really should. Yeah, I'll say that right there. There's you know what, man? There's something that bothers me is you gotta, like, before you start throwing all this shit on. Neon colors, glitch effects, high contrast, black and white, bold aspect ratio, like a tall thing that's 3:1, 3 tall, 1 wide, like all these different things that make your stuff stick out stylistically. Before you get to that point, what you really got to do also is you have to get a grasp of the basics. So the margins in between elements here, just sort of the basic, like the way that your eye flows around, and if you squint your eyes, the vague shapes that everything makes. Like get is it Herman Meyer? It's someone Meyer, and this is